You're watching the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14.
Right now at 7, an accident involving 10 cars kills a man from Neosho.
Also, the Jasper County Sheriff Office hosts Safety Day.
And we've got some scattered showers across the area, and we will see more thunderstorms as we head into the afternoon. We'll take a look at that forecast coming up.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Thanks for joining us for the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. I'm Amber Jenkins. A semi-crash leaves a cab dangling from the I-44 overpass in Oklahoma City. The crash happened Sunday morning. The driver of the semi tells Oklahoma Highway Patrol another vehicle cut him off, which caused him to swerve and go over the bridge. Oklahoma City firefighters used a ladder truck to rescue the driver and passenger. Both the driver and passenger escaped the wreckage with no injuries. One person under the overpass sustained a head injury when they were struck by falling debris. Missouri State Highway Patrol released details regarding a 10-vehicle collision on Friday afternoon that claimed the life of a Neosho, Missouri man. The chain reaction rear-ender crash occurred at 4:45 p.m. on I-44 West, about 2 miles west of Mount Vernon. Nine of the vehicles involved were in a stop traffic approaching bridge work at the Firesat Branch double bridges. The chain reaction crash started as a tractor trailer driven by Patrick Joyner, 53 of Jefferson, Georgia, struck the Neosho man's vehicle from behind. Roger Alexander, 37 of Neosho, was driving a 2015 BMW 550i. He was airlifted to Mercy Springfield, where he was pronounced deceased at 6:50 p.m. Next of kin were notified. The crash report reveals 3 others involved suffered minor injuries and 1 moderate injury. All were transported to Mercy in Joplin for care. A Northeast Oklahoma woman injured in a car crash nearly a week ago died of her injuries on Friday. The single vehicle crash occurred on a rural road northeast of Quapaw, Oklahoma, back on May 6. Investigators say the driver was 81-year-old Amanda Johnson of Commerce, Oklahoma. Her SUV left the road and rolled. Johnson died on Friday morning.
Well, we've got a few scattered showers and even some thunderstorms out there this morning across the area. Some of this rain, especially on the Missouri side, not all of it reaching the ground. Some of it is, but not all of it. And these showers and thunderstorms will continue to lift to the north across the region as we go through the morning. They should start clearing out in the next hour or two, and then we'll see more storms as we head into this afternoon. So let's take a look at that. We head to the noon hour, and kind of a repeat of yesterday. We'll see those scattered showers and thunderstorms beginning to develop. They'll become more numerous as the afternoon progresses. You can see there are a few more of those out there. And then as we head into the evening, the system that's been bringing us these storms starts to roll off to the east. So it's going to drag these storms. Instead of moving south to north, they'll be moving west to east. And they'll continue as we go through the evening and even into the overnight hours. Here we are at 1 a.m., a few more showers and thunderstorms. And we could see some additional showers as we head towards sunrise tomorrow. Now, like yesterday, there is an attendant low-risk threat for some strong, maybe severe storms. Our tornado threat is very low, but we could see some small hail and perhaps some gusty winds, and there may be a severe thunderstorm out there, perhaps two. Again, very similar to yesterday's setup. As we look at the MoDOT camera, 20th and range line, we are looking cloudy, and we are also cloudy from the KDOT camera at 69 and 400 just south of Pittsburgh. And to verify the cloudiness, here's another look from our camera at 7th and range line. Sitting at 68 in Joplin, got a calm wind out there, dew point and humidity high though, and that'll help with our storms later. 67 Nevada, Fort Scott, Pittsburgh, 70s in Chinook, Parsons, Chautauqua, 68 Miami, and some 70s in Neosho and Monette. We should have those cloudy skies, again maybe a sprinkle or two through the morning, temperatures near 80, and then as we head into the afternoon, as we mentioned, those showers and thunderstorms increasing coverage across the area, highs near 80. And we could see, like we saw yesterday, where you get under a storm and your temperature drops 8 to 10 degrees, but when that scattered storm moves out, you're going to warm right back up pretty quickly to near 80, and then you'll see more showers, and that'll cool us down. Once we get into the evening, though, much cooler. We're talking lows, upper 50s, lower 60s out there as those scattered showers and thunderstorms continue. Amber?
Chris. The Jasper County Sheriff Office hosts Safety Day. The Family Fun Day brings awareness to what the men and women do to protect the community. Gun safety, SWAT, and K9 demos were just a few of the activities going on, as well as face painting, shaved ice, and bounce houses for the kids.
Last day and the graduation for the academy. Basically, it's an opportunity for people to for one day a week come in and kind of get a little better understanding of what it is that we do at the sheriff's office. They get to take a tour of the jail, they get to shoot some firearms, they get some demonstrations from detectives and patrol units and things like that.
Of course, you can learn more about the graduation for the Academy. Just go to our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Up next, we meet two cast members from Chanute Middle School's upcoming performance of High School Musical.
And later, we are going to talk about our shower and thunderstorm chances for the afternoon. Take a look at that forecast. But first, here's another live look from Columbus.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. Joining me today in the studio is Mason Grieve and Ann Ordell, two Chanute Middle School students, and they're here to tell us about their upcoming performance of High School Musical Junior. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So tell me about High School Musical Junior. How's that?
It's a good show. It's gonna be good for.
What's the show about?
So, it's about the High School Musical. I imagine a lot of people have seen it. It's very popular.
Yeah, like it's the Disney movie. Have you guys watched the Disney movie or?
Yeah, we watched it in class.
And what are you guys' roles in the play?
I'm Troy Bolton and
Gabriella.
The iconic couple. Okay. So are you guys doing some, singing along or some dancing?
yes, there will be a lot of singing and dancing.
Nice. How has practicing been going and rehearsals and stuff like that?
It's been good. We had an all-day practice Saturday, and that went really well. We had to work for 8 hours, but it was fun.
All for good work. That's good. So when is the show?
It will be Thursday and Friday, 7 p.m. and tickets are $5 for anyone who wants to come see the show.
Nice. Nice. And it's going to be held at the school or?
Memorial Auditorium, Chanute, Kansas.
Are you guys excited for the big day and to showcase everything that you guys been practicing for all those hours?
Yes.
Definitely. Yeah.
Well, can you tell me something about the play that we might not think about? Is it going to be like every scene from the movies, or is there any like new songs or any new?
Well, it's pretty much the same as the movie. I mean, of course, there are little differences because, we're taking it from stage to screen and it's junior and stuff. But, I mean, for the most part, it's pretty similar.
Nice, nice. So tell me about, like you said, you took it from the screen onto the stage. How's that transition? Have you guys noticed a lot of differences and things like that?
A few, yes.
What are some of the differences?
Let's see.
Well,
I got putting you guys on the spot.
Yeah, I know.
Do you guys have to, when you're singing and stuff, do you have to like project your voice and things like that?
Yeah.
So people in the back can hear you guys and things like that?
yeah.
All right. My last question for you guys is this the first time you guys are in this High School Musical Junior or?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, remind us where we can get the tickets, where the play is happening and when, before I let you guys go.
Yep.
Memorial Auditorium in Chanute, Kansas, and tickets are $5. So.
Nice. Well, it sounds very exciting. Thank you, Troy and Gabriella. I'm excited to see your show. We'll be right back.
Okay, so you just saw that little commercial there. I know what that something big is, but I can't tell you yet. It is super exciting, though. You'll have to stick with us and find out what it is, and you're going to see it quite a bit. But first, what you're seeing is these scattered showers and some thunderstorms, especially through southeast Kansas and into northeast Oklahoma. These continuing to lift to the north. We saw that additional development, but we're not seeing any fresh development now. So in the next hour or two, these showers will be out of here, albeit briefly. And then we head into the afternoon, and we get a repeat of yesterday. We get these afternoon thunderstorms, initially fairly isolated, and then there will be a lot more of them. They're still scattered, but like yesterday, there's a lot more of them out there as the afternoon progresses. And then something else changes as well. This system that's been bringing us these storm chances starts to move to our east. As it does so, our storms will shift direction and start moving from west to east across the area as well. And they'll continue. Here we are at 1 a.m. A few more scattered thunderstorms still hanging on out there. And then by sunrise, we're left with a few showers, and then things will start to clear out before we see another chance of some much needed rain later in the week. Unfortunately, like yesterday, there's that possibility of a strong, maybe low-grade severe thunderstorm. Our tornado risk is very low, but we do still have a risk for some small hail and perhaps some damaging wind gusts out there. So again, similar to yesterday's setup where we did end up with a couple of severe thunderstorms, but we didn't see widespread severe weather, and that's the expectation today. MoDOT camera 20th and range line in Joplin showing us some cloudy skies. Same from the KDOT camera at 69 and 400 just south of Pittsburgh. And if anybody from KDOT's actually listening right now, I really love the direction you've pointed this. It looks a lot better. I really like it. Maybe they'll leave it that way for a while. We're sitting at 68 in Joplin. We've got mostly cloudy skies out there with a calm breeze. And as we look at temperatures across the area, calm winds and pretty decent so far, albeit a little bit on the muggy side. We're sitting at 68 in Miami, 70s in Chetopa, Parsons, Chanute, 67 Pittsburgh, 66 Lamar, and 68 in Carthage. We get our day started. Once those showers clear out, we're going to still be cloudy. Could see a couple of showers ahead of our late day storms. Otherwise, still cloudy and into the upper 70s near 80. And that's where our temperatures are expected to top out, is right around the 80-degree mark. Now, like yesterday, if you get caught under a storm, your temperature may drop 8 to 10 degrees. But when that storm moves on, you're going to warm back up quickly toward 80 before we eventually see this happen this evening as temperatures drop back into the upper 50s, lower 60s across the area. So a pretty cool night compared to what we've seen with those showers and thunderstorms continuing. So again, they should wrap up by about sunrise tomorrow, and that's going to leave us even cooler. We're not even going to breach 70 on Tuesday. We're looking at upper 60s, and then we'll see warmer conditions return Wednesday and into Thursday, and by Thursday and Friday, we see additional thunderstorm chances, especially in the afternoon and evening hours. Our best chances looking to be Friday, but that sets the stage for a beautiful weekend, partly cloudy skies, temperatures low to mid 70s, and we kick off the next work week. We stay dry, temperatures getting back into the lower 80s, and of course, unfortunately, as we cool down a bit over the next day and a half, that will allow our overnight lows to be a little bit on the chilly side as well compared to what we've seen, but thankfully not too bad. That's a check of your forecast. We'll be back with more of the KOAM Morning News right after this, but first, we're going to take a live look from Columbus.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. Joining us today in the studio is Regina Westhoff and Jim Lovell. They're here to talk about an iconic landmark here in Southeast Kansas and a big celebration coming up. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
I believe you guys are having an event celebrating the 60th anniversary of Big Brutus.
Yes, we are. We're having a big celebration beginning Friday evening at 5 o'clock. Live music kicking off at 6 until 10. Two bands, Rick Cook Band and Final Warning, will be out there with the beer garden and food truck. Saturday's the big day for our event. Starts at 9 o'clock. The museum opens from 9 until 5. And then we have events running all day long. Something for everybody. Family fun. It's $20 for adults. Kids 12 and under get in free. You get a wristband. You can come and go all day long. Inflatables for the kids of all ages. Big draw is going to be Casey Wolf from the Kansas City Chiefs. Is going to be out there from 1 until 4 o'clock. Gus Gorilla will also be out there. The Cherokee County Sheriff's Department is going to have their kiddie train. And music kicks off at noon until 10 o'clock with 4 great bands being featured out there.
Nice. From my understanding, this is your first event celebrating Big Brutus?
Yes. And we're this is the beginning. We're planning on several more coming up in the future.
Nice.
We've got some bright ideas for Big Brutus.
That's great. Tell me about the significance of Big Brutus to the community.
Well, in the last 2 years, we've had in excess of 40,000 people go through Big Brutus that had paid customers. We do not get any assistance from the government whatsoever. It's the people that walk through the doors, and no better people in the world that come through the door. We've never had a dissatisfied customer yet.
That means a lot coming from 60 years.
Yes, 60 years, yes.
Wow.
And we're trying to improve something all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're encouraging people to come out this weekend. We're counting on Chris and the rest of the meteorologists to give us great weather. But it's going to be fun for the whole family. And people that's going to the farm show, when the exhibits are done there, come out and join us in the evening for the music and the live activities. It's open and welcome for everybody.
Nice. Well, before I let you guys go, just remind us on where the event is at and, how much does it cost to get in?
Okay. The address is 6509 Northwest 60th Street, West Mineral, Kansas. $10 admission for adults 13 and older on Friday, $20 for 13 and above on Saturday.
And then we started on Friday was 5 p.m. to 10, and on Saturday is 9 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Nice.
And we're just looking forward to having a great turnout and promoting a great legend right here in Southeast Kansas.
Definitely. Well, thank you guys for coming on the show.
Well, thank you for having us.
Yeah, we appreciate you letting us be here and promoting our event.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. It's currently 7:25. Community members spent an evening out creating a fun and relaxing painting at Create and Sip Studios in Joplin, enjoying their favorite beverage and creating great memories.
Well, we are painting along as people are creating their own Wonder Woman for Mother's Day, getting creative with color and having a lot of fun and just having a relaxing day, getting creative. We're doing Wonder Woman because most every mother I know is a Wonder Woman in her own right, and so I thought it was kind of fitting to do something more like that than just some pretty flowers, because hopefully they get a lot of flowers. But I wanted to celebrate the Wonder Woman and all moms and mothers.
Ages 8 and up were able to attend and was encouraged to bring their own drinks and snacks. The Harbor Village hosts the American Heritage Colonial Frontiers Days. The event was meant to show and represent what colonial times from 1700 to 1860 look like. Community members were invited to see the artifacts and heritage skills of the colonial times.
We do this for home schools, public schools, anyone that wants to learn the education of any time frame that we choose to be able to represent here. And that's anything from 1700 all the way on up until about 1920.
Over the weekend, over 500 people attended the event.
Well, we've still got some scattered showers and even a few thunderstorms out there. We will maintain cloudy skies through the morning, a few isolated showers possible. We're pushing near 80 by 11, but that's where we're going to top out, is about 80 degrees today. As we head into the afternoon, though, shower and thunderstorm chances pick up significantly, and we could see a strong storm or two with maybe some small hail and some gusty winds. If you get under a storm, of course, your temperature is going to drop, but once that storm clears, it'll warm back up before we all get chilly tonight, dropping back down into the upper 50s, lower 60s with those scattered showers and thunderstorms continuing. They should be clear by about sunrise tomorrow, but we are much cooler as we are setting up near 70. Warmer by Wednesday, and then we're not looking too bad for Thursday, near 80. And then Thursday and Friday bring us some additional much needed rain chances as we head into the evening hours. And then we've got an absolutely beautiful weekend shaping up for us as we're in the low to mid 70s. And then as we go into next week, we remain partly cloudy and dry, at least for the first half, and temperatures settle into the lower 80s. Amber?
Thanks, Chris. Rattled Designs in Joplin hosts Old School Flash Day. This event is to celebrate and appreciate the style of American traditional tattoos that reaches back to the birth of Western tattooing. Coffee and tacos were available while waiting to get a little piece of tattoo history.
So it's kind of a celebration of the style as well. American traditional, it's part of these guys' culture, and it's the first thing that they really learned. It's the first technique that they learned. So it's kind of nostalgic for them as well, and cool for them to be able to stretch that out again.
To see more on this style of tattooing, just head on over to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Carthage, Missouri Water and Electric Plant hosts a 5K and 1 mile fun run and walk in honor of Drinking Water Week. Later this week, brought awareness to the Carthage community about the benefits of tap water. That and safe, reliable water supply is critical to the success of any community. The event gave a unique opportunity for the water professionals and the community as they joined together to recognize the important role water plays in our daily lives.
And this run is to bring awareness to Water for People, which is an organization that exists to promote the development of high-quality drinking water and sanitation services to those all over the world. We run, and all the proceeds are donated to that cause.
All proceeds for the event went to a nonprofit, Water for People. They help water quality and sanitation across 9 countries. This morning we are discussing Mother's Day.
Yeah, Terry Edison and her mother, or her daughter rather, Nicole McAllister, have always been close, but on Mother's Day, their bond soared to new heights. The duo can now claim their place in history after becoming the first mother-daughter team to co-pilot an international flight. Late last month, the FedEx pilots took a 14.5-hour trip from Memphis to Incheon, South Korea.
Nearly 7,000 miles side by side, Terry served as captain. Nicole took the helm for the takeoff and landing. At a young age, Nicole admired her mom's career in aviation. So she became an Air Force pilot and eventually joined Terry at FedEx.
And that brings us to our question for you this morning. Did you celebrate Mother's Day? So far, 81% of you say that you did, and 19% of you say that you did not. So make sure you take time to celebrate Mom and vote in our poll through our website, our app, and take part in the discussion on our Facebook page.
That's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. Steve Head and Gregory Fish step into the studio to talk about an upcoming screening of a documentary called Steadfast.
Plus, we've got those showers and thunderstorms rolling through the area this morning. They'll clear out and we'll see more on the way. We'll talk about all that in your forecast when we come back. But first, here's another live look from Columbus.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. If you're from the 4 states area, you'll remember the Joplin tornado that happened on the 22nd of this month in 2011. A film coming to Joplin tells us about the community recovered and torn apart by the tragedy. Welcome to the show, guys. So tell me about the documentary. What are you trying to showcase through the Joplin tornado?
Yeah, the documentary came out a year and a half after the tornado, and it was just a labor of love that I wanted to give to the people of Joplin to help them heal emotionally.
Nice. And from my understanding, you also talked to people who, experienced the tornado firsthand. Who did you talk to in the community?
Yeah, Keith Stammer was one of the people that I interviewed, but several other people that just told their stories. The stories were common and powerful. And then also wanted to give tribute to the people that came, the volunteers, to help rebuild Joplin.
Nice. Yeah, they definitely need some tribute towards their work. I also understand that this documentary will be shown coming up this week. Tell me about the showing.
We're going to be showing this documentary at the new Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex in Joplin, which is a beautiful venue. We're also going to be showcasing or giving a little preview of a new documentary that we're working on now. That's a follow-up to this documentary called Steadfast, and the new one is going to be about the butterfly people of Joplin.
Nice. So you guys are keeping the scope on Joplin and talking about what makes our community, really. Right. Tell me about the showing. What time is the showing, and how much does it cost?
This will be, this is a fundraiser for a new organization called Great Wonders Productions. People can go to that page either on our website or Facebook. It's greatwondersproductions.org. The tickets are $10. There's 2 showings at 1 and 3 p.m. and it's going to be a great day.
Nice. Tell me a little bit about the production company that the money is being raised for.
This is a new arts organization. If you think about making movies, everybody thinks about Hollywood. And doing a movie is a very expensive form of art. And so we have a lot of people in our area that want to make movies. And so we're forming a new nonprofit production company to let people participate in this art form. And so it's going to be, we started in January, and we made a lot of progress, and this new documentary about the butterfly people is one of the very first projects we're doing.
And production is underway. Last week we did 2 interviews.
Nice, that's fantastic. So this documentary, the Steadfast documentary, it was made a year after the tornado, but you guys going to show it, and then on top of that, you guys going to announce a new documentary.
Yes.
That's pretty awesome. Are you guys usually stay talking about Joplin or the 4 states area when you guys dealing with filmmaking?
We're going to probably try to keep our focus within the 4-state area.
All right. Before I let you guys go, can you remind me how much it costs and when is the showings? What time?
This coming Sunday the 21st, $10 a ticket. You can buy those online right now. Just go to greatwondersproductions.org.
Nice. Well, thank you all for coming on the show and telling us about the documentaries. It sounds like you guys are doing some great work in the community.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Good morning. Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14, 7:39 just about. We've still got those scattered showers, a few thunderstorms out there. These continuing again to lift off to the north, and they will be dissipating over the next couple of hours. And then we'll see additional thunderstorm development as we head into the afternoon. So here we are at noon. Got a few thunderstorms out there. They're isolated initially, but as the afternoon progresses, they'll become more widespread like yesterday's system, and we'll continue to see them. However, the system bringing us these storms is going to start to shift to the east, and as it does so, our storm direction shifts where it's moving east to, from west to east rather, instead of south to north. We'll continue to see showers and scattered thunderstorms all the way through the overnight. Here we are at 1 a.m. and then they start to clear out by about sunrise tomorrow, and they're going to leave us with some cloudy skies before we see more much needed rain chances later this week. Unfortunately, like yesterday, some of these storms could be strong, possibly low grade severe. So we have a very low tornado risk, but we do have a risk area for some small hail and perhaps some gusty winds. And that's what we saw yesterday. We did end up seeing a couple of severe thunderstorms out there, but on the majority of them, they stayed pretty tame and just brought us some much needed rain. MoDOT camera 20th and range line. It is cloudy out there this morning. Same from the KDOT camera at 69 and 400. Those cloudy skies just going to stick around for today. Here's our camera at 7th and range line. Mostly cloudy out there. 68 in Joplin with a calm breeze. And as we look at temperatures around the area, they're not too bad. We've got 64 in Nevada, 70 Chanute, Neodesha, and Parsons, 71 Chetopa, another 70 in Miami, 69 Neosho, Monette, Carthage, and 67 in Lamar. We get our day started. Again, these showers start to clear out. We're otherwise cloudy. A couple of isolated showers ahead of the main storms this afternoon, and near 80. And near 80 is where we're going to top out for today. Now, if you get under one of these storms like yesterday, I know in Joplin we got under one. Temperature dropped almost 10 degrees. But then as soon as the storm was done, it went right back up 10 degrees. So that's going to be the case with fluctuating temperatures today until we head into the evening. And that system actually starts to roll out of here. It's got a little cold front with it, and that's going to cool us back at upper 50s, lower 60s for our overnight lows with those scattered thunderstorms continuing. And that does keep us a little cooler as we head into our Tuesday. We're looking at highs right in the upper 60s, near 70. Morning showers clear out. We're a little warmer Wednesday, warmer on Thursday, and then we see another system with some thunderstorm chances as we head into the afternoon and evening hours on Thursday, and an even better chance as we head into Friday. And then we'll get a pause from the rain activity. I know we need more, but we also need an opportunity to mow the yards as well. And we'll get that pause. This weekend looking great if you need to catch up on some yard work. We're talking low to mid 70s, partly cloudy. And for the first half of next week, we hold on to those partly cloudy skies, and temperatures continue to warm back into the lower 80s. That's a check of your forecast. Now, here's Amber with a check of Consumer Watch.
In Consumer Watch this morning, as promised, Elon Musk is stepping down as CEO of Twitter. He announced Friday he hired longtime media executive Linda Yaccarino for the job. She's leaving NBC Universal, where she served as chairman of global advertising and partnerships for 11 years. That's notable because Musk has clashed with mainstream media outlets in the past, and he said he hates advertising. Musk says Yaccarino is slated to start the job in 6 weeks. His announcement, Musk said she will focus primarily on business operations while he focuses on product design and new technology. Streaming giant Netflix is reportedly looking to cut its spending by $300 million this year. That's according to a new report from the Wall Street Journal. The journal says Netflix is trying to improve its profitability in an increasingly competitive market. Unlike most of its rivals that are still losing money on streaming, Netflix has been turning a profit for several years, although it reported the first time ever loss of subscribers last year. Netflix stocks up 17% in 2023. The Wall Street Journal says a Netflix spokesperson had no comment on the news. U.S. consumer sentiment dropped in May, according to a preliminary report from the University of Michigan. The cause? Americans are worried about the economy and potential default of government debt. Consumer pessimism can impact spending behavior if people decide to tighten on their wallets. A separate report shows that that's already happening. The New York Fed's household spending survey says monthly household spending decreased by nearly 2% from December to April. And Americans are planning to rein in spending further as the year goes on, according to that same survey. Broadway's biggest night will not be live this year. Multiple news outlets report that the 76th annual Tony's Award will not be televised because of the Writers Guild American strike. It was set to air on CBS and Paramount Plus on June 11th. The decision by the Tony's Management Committee comes after the union denied a request for a waiver to allow the live show without striking writers protesting outside the venue. Former NFL star Tom Brady may be doubling down on Las Vegas. Reports emerging that the 7-time Super Bowl champion is in talks to buy a minority share of the NFL's Las Vegas Raiders. Brady already owns a stake in the WNBA team, the Las Vegas Aces. Both teams are owned by Mark Davis. 24 of the NFL's 32 owners could have approved Brady's ownership take. Whether it actually happens or not, the newly retired quarterback is set to serve as the lead NFL analysis for Fox Sports next season. Dan and Tanya Snyder has agreed to sell the Washington Commanders franchise to an investment group led by Josh Harris. The group includes NBA legend Magic Johnson and Michael Rouse, the billionaire co-founder of Colruyt Dalmer. According to the Wall Street Journal, the deal is worth about $6 billion. The agreement is still subject to NFL approval. Dan Snyder first bought the team when it was known as the Washington Redskins for a reported $750 million in 1999. We'll be right back with more after this, but first let's take a look at the market prices before the opening bell.
Our word is our...
If you run from the police, you have to expect officers are going to give chase. But a man in North Carolina must have been really surprised when some farm animals joined the manhunt.
Dave Faherty has the story of how some cows helped snag the suspect.
Well, we know it all started when the officer walked up to the car to talk with the driver. But while he was asking him some questions, the driver put it in gear and took off. It is hard to know for sure exactly which cow here helped lead police to the suspect. Officers in Boone believe it was a group effort.
You can't make it up. It's rare, and it's pretty cool to see us come out and able to take these folks into custody and everybody's safe.
Police say the suspect, Joshua Minton, led police on a chase from Boone down Highway 421 to Deep Gap, right into the heart of an area of Watauga County with fields filled with cows.
He came to the house and told me to keep my door locked.
Celia Roten says police warned her about the manhunt near her farm after they say Minton ditched the car and ran away. But officers say they got some unexpected help from the cows. Officers say the cows followed Minton through a field as he tried to hide from police. We asked Celia Roten, whose family has been farming for decades, if that was unusual.
Now, that's pretty normal with a human in the field. They expect feed.
So they would go follow that person.
That's right.
Joshua Minton was charged with felony fleeing to elude and driving with a revolt license.
Police are expressing their gratitude for the cow's assistance.
Wow, that was a very interesting segment. I was like, wow, a cow caught him.
Man, if you can't escape the cows, you shouldn't even be trying crime in the first place, you know? I mean,
hey.
And you never know what's going to intervene to catch you. We did a story a few weeks ago about a delivery driver, a pizza delivery driver, who saw and just tripped him, you know, and that was the end of that right there. So just don't break the law, okay? That's the best advice. Just don't break the law. Well, and it's going to be a nasty day to break the law because it's going to be raining. And in all seriousness, though, don't break the law, regardless of whether it's raining or not. We've got some scattered showers and thunderstorms across the area, these continuing to lift off to the north, and they'll eventually roll on out of our area before we'll see additional development take place back to our south, and we're going to start to see a similar situation as we saw yesterday. So let's head into the afternoon. Got those thunderstorms developing. A couple of these could be on the strong side, and then as we head later into the afternoon, it turns into, just like yesterday, more numerous scattered thunderstorms across the area. However, they'll stop moving from south to north and start moving from west to east as the system that's been bringing us these storm chances picks up and moves on. And that's going to bring those showers and storms from west to east. And that will also pause our showers and storms for a couple of days as well. And then we'll get more of that much needed rain later this week. Showers and storms continuing into the overnight. And then by sunrise, we'll have a few showers out there. And then these should be out of here. But like yesterday, there is that possibility of a strong storm or two. So our tornado threat is very low. But we could see some small hail and perhaps some gusty wind out there with some of those stronger storms. Similar again to yesterday. MoDOT camera, 20th and range line. We got cloudy skies out there, and we look at the KDOT camera at 69 and 400 just south of Pittsburgh. Yeah, we got cloudy skies there. So our camera at 7th and range line shows us the same thing. Cloudy skies, 68 degrees with a calm breeze. Temperatures around the region, not bad, honestly. We've got 66 in Iola, 70s in Neodesha, Chanute, Parsons, up to 71 Chautauqua, 70 in Miami, 69 Neosho, Carthage, and 64 up in Nevada. As we go through the day, or through the morning rather, we're going to have those cloudy skies, maybe a sprinkle or two out there. And then we could see a couple of storms right ahead of the main event this afternoon. We're pushing near 80. And 80 is where we're really going to cap out today. Once you get under a storm, your temperature may drop, but once that storm moves on, it's probably going to rise again like yesterday as well. We'll have those scattered showers and thunderstorms going on into the overnight hours as well. However, the system that's been bringing them is a cold front, and that brings us some cooler temperatures back behind us. We're talking upper 50s, lower 60s for overnight lows. We'll have more on your forecast and the news you need to know right after this.
Here's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door. A 10-vehicle collision on Friday afternoon claims the life of a Neosho, Missouri man. The chain reaction crash occurred at 4:45 p.m. on I-44 West, about 2 miles west of Mount Vernon. The chain reaction crash started as a tractor trailer struck the Neosho man's vehicle from behind. Roger Alexander, 37 of Neosho, was driving a 2015 BMW 550i. He was airlifted to Mercy Springfield, where he was pronounced deceased at 6:50 p.m. The crash report reveals 3 others involved suffered minor injuries and 1 moderate injury. A semi-crash leaves the cab dangling from the I-44 overpass in Oklahoma City. The crash happened Sunday morning. The driver of the semi tells Oklahoma Highway Patrol another vehicle cut him off, which caused him to swerve and go over the bridge. Oklahoma City firefighters used a ladder truck to rescue the driver and passenger. Both the driver and passenger escaped the wreckage with no injuries. One person under the overpass sustained a head injury when they were struck by falling debris. The Harbor Village hosted the American Heritage Colonial Frontiers Days. The event was meant to show and represent what the colonial times from 1700 to 1860 looked like. Community members were invited to see the artifacts and heritage skills of the colonial times. Bladesmiths from across the country gathered in Quapaw, Oklahoma for the highly anticipated 3rd annual Forge and Fire Face-Off. The event, held on Main Street, showcased the skills and craftsmanship of talented artisans in the world of bladesmithing.
And we've got ourselves another day of scattered showers and thunderstorms heading out this afternoon. Some of those could be strong, possibly low-grade severe, similar to yesterday. Highs pushing near 80. We go into this evening, and we are cooler after the system moves off to our east. A cold front pushes through. Still some scattered showers and storms back into the upper 50s, lower 60s for lows. Showers wrap up just before sunrise tomorrow. A break in the activity on Wednesday. More much-needed rain chances as we head into Thursday and Friday evening ahead of an absolutely beautiful weekend.
The list of the most popular baby names for 2022 is out.
And you'll see mostly familiar names topping the list. Olivia and Liam each took the #1 spot again. Liam for the 6th year in a row, Olivia for the 4th.
Top 5 on the boys list also includes Noah, Oliver, James, and Elijah. For the girls, Emma, Charlotte, Amelia, and Sophia. There's only one new name that made the top 10 list this year, Luna.
Interesting name. There are some really neat and unique names out there.
Yeah, Luna's very unique. I think so.
It is, and I think it's a fitting name. You know, some of them are a little bit bizarre, but Luna I think is a very appropriate name.
Right.
So an interesting list for sure.
It is.
I'm not planning on having any more children. I don't know what your future holds.
Let's not speak it yet.
You're still young. You've got plenty of years to figure out what you want to do. Time to figure out, but still, it's good to know there's some resources in case you're struggling to figure out when the time comes.
That's true.
What do I name you?
That's true.
Dave, there's this book here. Well, okay, there's this app here that will tell me what the best name for you would be. It's a shame our parents didn't have those resources, right? You know?
Right.
I wonder what our names would have been otherwise. Well, thank you so much for letting us put the good in your morning. We'll be back with more news and weather today at noon.
And have a great morning and have an even better day.